Allez hop, on continue le jeu. Donc on continue à gravir la montagne.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of blastia. What? This was not a blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temza using a new type of technology. The Hermes Blastia.
Hermes Blastia?
I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
I didn't think you could make a new Blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of Blastia.
But something went wrong.
The Blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The Airkrina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end, not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesen of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Entelekea realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the humans. And they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Entelekea fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those Blastia were?
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelekea. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temza fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Emmett Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres Blastia must have been a Hermes Blastia. So then you've been destroying the Blastia in place of the Entelekea.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid? What was that?
Baul!
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass.
You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan. We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone!
Have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol! Have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside. Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Entelekea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving...
You leave us no choice.
Et voilà, combat de boss. Donc la mission secrète assez particulière, car il y a deux ennemis, et il faut les taper quand ils font une attaque au sol et qu'ils laissent tomber leurs armes, de ce que je comprends. Donc on change la stratégie en attaquer le même.
That's the rule of the hunting blades. I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baul, even if it costs me my life.
Any friend of Judy's is a friend of ours.
Hating monsters is punishable by death. Shut up. We hunting blades will not back down.
En espérant
Don't worry, it won't kill
réussir.
you. It'll just hurt a little. Don't blame me for what happens.
Ah non, t'as vu. Donc voilà le premier arc mystique qu'on voit du jeu. On voit que là le boss il plaisante pas parce que les deux sont très rapides. Vas-y, j'avais pas vu que madame m'attaquait. Bon, maintenant on va voir si j'arrive à avoir le combat avec Nan. Mais j'en doute fort quand même.
Were you going easy on them?
Et j'ai pas réussi. Donc je vais recommencer le combat
Man,
parce que
I'm sorry.
il me donne un objet qui m'intéresse. Donc du coup, s'il y a des retardataires, ils peuvent revoir la scène. Hein.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of Blastia.
What?
This was not a Blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temza using the Hermes Blastia.
Hermes Blastia?
I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
I didn't think you could make a new Blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of Blastia.
But something went wrong.
The Blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The Airkrina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end. Not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesent of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Intellicaea realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the human, and they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Intellicaea fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those Blastia were?
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelekea. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temsa fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Emmett Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres Blastia must have been a Hermes Blastia. So then you've been destroying the Blastia in place of the Entelekea.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you... What was that?
Baul!
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass.
You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan. We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone! Have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Entelekea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
Huh. It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving...
You leave us no choice.
Allez, on retente le combat. Hop, on rescanne les deux, Tyson et Nan. Moi, je m'attaque à Tyson.
He's not a monster. He's Judas.
I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baul, even if it costs me my life.
Any friend of Judy's is a friend of ours.
Aiding monsters is punishable by death!
But Baul's different. He wouldn't just go around hurting people for no reason. What are you talking about? Of course he would.
Shut up! We hunting...
C'est quoi ces arts?
will not back down!
Don't worry, I won't kill you. It'll just hurt a little.
Don't blame me for what happens.
You're not getting away!
Elle a encore réussi à m'en choper 3 en son artistique. Et on va la tuer de plus maintenant. Il est très mal parti le combat encore. Ouais, non, elle a fait ça. Ah bah voilà, j'en ai réussi un. Ah, je crois même que j'ai réussi les deux. Hein. Le jeu est super. Ah zut. Ah bah Judith, elle a mouru avant la fin du combat. Et j'ai pas réussi encore une fois. Donc on va recommencer encore une fois.
Nan.
Hop, et on y retourne.
So,
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
the great...
What?
Bon, on va enlever Patty. On va mettre Estelle. Et on enlève Carole. On met Judith. Ennemis différents. Ennemis différents. Et toi, tu vas être dans l'aide aux alliés. Hop. Et on y retourne. Hop, et on fait du scan.
That's the room of the hunting blades. I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baul, even if it costs me my life.
Hating monsters is punishable by death! Shut up! We hunting blades will not back down!
Don't worry,
Donc on voit que
I won't kill you. It'll just
il
hurt a
maîtrise la
little.
garde hein, quand même, hein, parce que c'est souvent qu'il y a de l'aura bleue autour de lui. Donc ça veut dire qu'il se protège. Bon, du coup, on a remarqué que Nan n'a pas réussi à lancer son arc mystique dans ce combat-là. Oh, moi je vais essayer de m'enfuir pour pas mourir. Mais je crois que c'est loupé, parce que Nan, elle est morte avant que j'ai réussi. Et en plus, on peut lui ouvrir de la sauce rouge. C'est pas mal, ça. Je sais plus si ça donne 30 points de vie ou 30 points de magie définitifs sur le personnage. Mais bon, là c'est clair, j'ai totalement loupé la quête. Mais bon, ça fait encore partie des quêtes secrètes très difficiles à faire, hein. Hop, Judith. Carole. Bon, on va laisser comme ça, hein. Non. C'est rapide que je veux. Bon, on va se concentrer sur Tyson encore une fois. C'est lui le plus dangereux. Carnan, elle peut taper de loin. Mais Tyson, il est très rapide. Comme on le voit, je suis en train de courir à pleine vitesse. Et il arrive à me rattraper sans grande difficulté. Mais laissez-moi me relever quand même. Coucou Babette. J'ai l'impression que c'est de pire en pire le combat. Bon, encore raté. Mais bon, Babette, t'as de la chance parce que je refais le même combat en boucle depuis le début du live. Du coup, t'auras le droit à la scène qui explique pourquoi Judy détruit les Blastia.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of Blastia.
What?
This was not a Blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temza using a new type of technology. The Hermes Blastia.
Hermes Blastia?
I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built,
I didn't think you could make a new Blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of Blastia.
But something went wrong.
The Blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The Airkrina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end, not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesent of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Entelekea realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the humans, and they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Entelekea fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those Blastia were?
Donc là on voit que Rita derrière elle est en train de bouillir. Hein.
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelekea. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temsa fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Du coup les ruines qu'on a trouvées c'était Temsa.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Amit Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
Ouais mais c'est pour montrer qu'elle est énervée.
That new Ceres Blastia must have been a Hermes Blastia. So then you've been destroying the Blastia in place of the Entelekea.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid? What was that?
Baul!
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass. You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan. We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone!
Have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside. Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Entelekea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving...
You leave us no choice.
Hop, allez. On va prendre Yuri. Ça va bien finir par passer ce combat. Commencer par se faire nan, hein.
It's pretty stupid to think anything out of the ordinary is automatically evil.
Aiding monsters is punishable by death!
You're worse than monsters. They just got instinct. You got brains. So what's your excuse?
Shut up! We hunting blades will not back down!
So I guess we just gotta fight this out.
Oh.
Don't blame me for what happens.
There's no way out
Et voilà l'arc mystique de Tyson qu'on n'avait pas encore vu. On avait vu que celui de Nan. Ah bah Babette, on n'est plus au début du jeu, hein. Ouais, bon, Tyson c'est fait. Il reste plus que Nan. Bon, alors, tu pouvais courir, Yuri. Ah, oh. Ah non! Elle était plantée, là! Judith, elle l'a tapé! Tu me laisses Nan. Allez, vite fait. Il reste pas beaucoup de vie. Mais arrête de faire ton sort! Ouais, j'ai réussi la mission secrète. Maintenant, je peux les tuer. Et non, Babette, c'est pas parce que j'avais Yuri que j'ai réussi, hein. Ouais, réussi! Et j'obtiens une faux meurtrière, qui est une arme pour Judith. Si j'avais pas réussi la mission, j'aurais pas eu l'arme. Donc, elle ressemble à ça. C'est quand même bien joli, hein. Donc, hop, Yuri, tu dégages. Estelle, pareil. Allez. Je vais aller sauvegarder plutôt. Parce que ça fait quand même 3 quarts d'heure que j'étais sur le combat. Ah mais... Ah bah voilà. Donc du coup, je vous connais. Ah. Compte. Rapide. Toi, je veux que tu mettes utilisateur d'art. Ah, c'est ce que j'ai fait.
This'll make good practice. Let me at him!
Remember to keep a sharp eye out.
Hop, une nouvelle arme pour Rita.
Piece of cake!
I guess I'll go easy on them.
Sorry for being so strong.
Hop, donc là, il y a un coffre.
Leave it to me.
Laissez-moi passer. Et on récupère un manteau de plumes. Qui est mieux pour la défense physique, mais on perd quand même en défense magique, donc... Pour l'instant, je ne veux pas l'équiper, j'en ai pas besoin. Parce que même elle, je pense... Oh bah c'est déjà ce qu'elle a. Donc du coup, on va aller voir Baoul.
What's happening?
Qui brille. Et ça doit te rappeler ce qui se passait avec Bellius quand même.
Baul is trying to evolve as an Intelakea.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on!
You can do it!
No!
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean? Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best.
Et voilà, Baoul a évolué.
Amazing.
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us. Of course we'd help.
That's right.
Donc on voit qu'il a bien grandi. Hein.
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
Mais quand même, on se rend compte que Baoul, ça reste une baleine. Hein.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Vesperia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Donc maintenant, nous savons comment Waylord vole. C'est un baoul.
Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
And I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself. We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Mais bon, c'est un peu con là la scénette de Yuri. Parce qu'elle a dit pourquoi elle détruisait les Blastias.
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
Yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Du coup, on va parler avec tout le monde avant d'aller voir Judy.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know. But after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him.
If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Oh man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something, even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
I'm always honest.
Really? Well, maybe you are.
Donc du coup, il nous manque Rita qu'on n'a pas encore croisée. Mais il n'y a plus personne là-haut, donc on va aller dans la cabine.
Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than the usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research.
Mais bon, pour un noyau qui a été détruit, je trouve quand même il brille beaucoup.
I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
What the?
Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
Alors, on va refaire une petite sauvegarde. Parce que je sais pas si je l'ai pas loupé, le trophée. Mais il y en a un où faut sauvegarder à tous les points de sauvegarde du jeu. Et on va parler à Judy.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance. And our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, These slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air. But the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
Mais bon, c'est là qu'on se rend compte que l'humain, il est con. Parce que les Entelexia essaient de réguler le monde pour qu'il ne soit pas détruit. Mais les humains, oh non, non, allez, on va les tuer juste pour le plaisir parce qu'ils ont des noyaux à l'intérieur du corps.
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Moi, Judith, elle est honnête, hein.
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself, and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
Mais bon, une chose que je me demande, moi, c'est où est-ce qu'ils ont trouvé toutes les cordes pour attacher le bateau à Baul.
But there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces. So you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh, who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know.
Ouais.
Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellicheia has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Et voilà, on obtient la corne de Baul. Maintenant, je peux appeler Baul n'importe où, sur la carte du monde. Donc du coup, maintenant, je peux me déplacer un peu où je veux.
You're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
Alright, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Intellicheia.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Mais du coup, oh, c'est bon, mon équipe elle est changée. C'était ça. Elle connaît tout. Lui aussi. Hop. Donc du coup maintenant, les trucs comme ça, où on pouvait pas se poser, maintenant on peut s'y poser. Enfin, où on pouvait pas se poser, où on pouvait pas atterrir parce qu'il n'y avait pas d'eau. Maintenant, ça nous pose plus de problème. Ouais. Mais bon, comme Judith nous a dit, Baul peut pas se poser sur les montagnes ni rien. Donc, on peut faire de l'exploration, mais on n'a pas accès à 100% de la map. Du coup, ici, il y a quoi? Il n'y a que eux deux. Ça a l'air. Hop, et du coup, je peux rappeler Baul comme je veux. Et du coup, il y a ces trucs-là aussi. Qu'on sait pas vraiment ce que c'est. Donc c'est une petite zone toute calme.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Intellicheia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Repeat?
Yuri, you want to talk to Repeat?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
Mais bon, on voit qu'il y a un rocher, donc on peut pas y aller. Est-ce qu'il y a des objets à trouver? Ça a pas l'air. Donc, du coup, j'ai vu ici qu'il y avait des ennemis. Ouais, Carole. Parce que je vais avoir une mission, enfin une petite... une scène qui se débloque que si j'ai fait 50% du livre des monstres. Donc si je peux trouver des nouveaux monstres, faut que j'en profite maintenant. Hein. Ça a l'air d'être les deux seules pièces.
Pharaoh, Belius, Baul? What sort of beings are Intellekea anyway?
They are the oldest intelligent life forms on Tercalumares.
So, they aren't monsters?
They aren't. It's said that they have a higher level of awareness than humans, though they don't have a civilization.
Shiver me timbers! The Entelekea were smart!
The reports we get from Baul are pretty accurate.
He's a smart boy.
Parce que lui, je le connais. Oui. Mais bon, exploration, il va pas encore y en avoir. Faut qu'on aille voir Phareo avant. Parce que la solution a dit allez voir Phareo. Donc on voit que son rocher se trouve ici, juste devant nous. Et du coup, maintenant qu'on peut voler avec Baul, on va pouvoir faire plus facilement la quête du marquage de zone.
So this is where Pharaoh is?
Should be. I wasn't able to see him when we came to the desert, but I think this is where we can meet him.
I hope nothing bad will happen. What if he suddenly attacks us?
I can't make any guarantees. I don't think we'll have a say in the matter.
That just means we need to do our best so nothing bad happens.
Carol, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I should go.
Pharaoh sure did pick a bleak place to live in, don't you think?
Donc là, on se rend compte que Carol, pour une fois, il fait pas semblant d'être courageux. Il dit juste qu'il va pas bien. Là, il a peur.
They say this area used to be covered in lush greenery.
Why did it turn into this rocky desert?
I don't know that much.
Estelle, are you really going to meet him? Even though you could be killed?
Yes, I've already...
Rita, you've been acting a little funny ever since hearing Judy's story on the ship.
Donc, là, on se rend compte qu'il vient de dire ça te pose un problème de rencontrer Phareo, alors que le doublage a dit c'est quand même magique que Judy nous ait fait monter ici avec un bateau. Hein.
Do you have a problem with meeting Pharaoh?
I just think it'll be hard on her to hear what he has to say. But it's too late to turn back now. We've come this far after all.
Il n'y a pas de point de sauvegarde ou quoi que ce soit. Mais quand même, hein, il choisit un endroit assez classe, hein, pour vivre.
Well, he doesn't seem to be here. Maybe he's off somewhere taking a nap.
Pharaoh, you are here, aren't you?
Perso, il me fait penser à un dindon, moi.
You appear before me at last.
So you are here. Is that how you greet all your guests, Pharaoh? By calling them names?
For what reason have you come to me? Surely you are aware that I could end your existence with a mere thought.
You talk pretty big, don't you? Well, if you really want to fight, I'd hate to disappoint you.
Yuri, no! Everyone, please wait!
Estelle!
Pharaoh, please hear what I have to say.
Does death hold no fear for you, little one? For you gaze now into the mouth of death itself.
I am afraid, but I'm even more afraid of dying without knowing who I really am. Belius told me I needed to meet you to learn about my destiny. I have to know just what that destiny is. I understand that I am a threat to the Entelikeia, but you said that I am a poison to this world. What is this power I have? Just who is the child of the full moon? If it is true that my existence cannot be tolerated, then it's okay if I have to die. But I at least deserve to know why it is I have to die. Please tell me. I beg of you.
There was a time when this was a verdant land, sheltered by the blessing of an air crene.
So there was an air crene here.
But what happened? Why did it change?
What you see are the results of too much air and its aftermath. As to why the air ran rampant, the answer lies with the poison brought by the child of the full moon.
Huh?
The power of the child of the full moon stimulates the air crene more than any Blastia.
Huh?
Blastia convert air into energy by way of a formula. So if Estelle can use her healing arts without the aid of any Blastia, she must possess a formula in her very being that lets her convert air into energy. Judith was searching for Blastia that used a particular kind of formula. So, this special formula Estelle has must also consume massive amounts of air, which causes the air crene to become more active and pump out more air than they should. I had hoped my hypothesis would have been wrong.
Then
It is as she has said. With each use of her power, the child of the full moon uses far more air than the Blastia.
Donc c'est bien, c'est que depuis le début du jeu, on n'arrête pas de se servir d'Estelle pour soigner, et ça détruit le monde.
In so doing, the imbalance of air in this world is further for the planet. Such an existence can only be called a poison.
So you just wipe it out then? Little quick to judge, aren't you, Pharaoh?
This problem concerns the entire planet, and she is its cause.
If the problem's with Estelle, then it's for us to solve.
That's right. We can't let anyone else handle it.
The gravity of this situation is beyond your grasp.
You don't honestly think that everything's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows if Estelle dies, do you?
It would at least eliminate one problem.
Pharaoh, at Heliord I stopped myself. And again at Dawngrest, I stopped you. What I thought was a Blastia turned out to be a human. Before I realized it, I had lost my way. I never thought this child could be as great a danger as you had said.
And due to your confusion, I granted you the time necessary to see things as they are. As a result, my sister Belius is now lost to me. Enough. This power will bring only ruin.
Not sure I understand all this, but if her power's the problem, why can't she just not use it?
There can be no guarantee she will not try to use the power.
That's true. She does have trouble turning a blind eye to things happening around her. Someday she will surely use her power to help someone. However, as long as she keeps that spirit of compassion, she cannot only be seen as harmful. She is not like a Blastia. I know that you can feel the difference.
Compassion alone will not save this world.
Listen, Pharaoh, I get that you've thought all this through with everybody's best interest in mind, but why doesn't that world have a place for Estelle?
It is sometimes necessary to remove a part to save the whole.
I don't buy that for a second. What makes you so high and mighty that you're the one to decide who gets cut and who doesn't?
Mais là, ce que dit Yuri, c'est marrant. Parce que il dit à Pharao que il a pas le droit de choisir qui doit vivre ou mourir pour sauver le groupe. Mais Yuri l'a quand même fait 2 fois en tuant Kumor et Ragu.
We have endured the anxiety of existence for far greater a span than you can conceive.
Hein? Donc les gens ont le droit de choisir ce qui leur paraît le plus juste pour eux, mais si ça touche des gens qu'ils aiment, bah y a pas, ils ont pas le droit.
Such words mean nothing from those who call this world home for but a fleeting moment.
Pharaoh, please, listen. The important thing is finding a way to stop the excessive air, correct? We still have time left to search for such a thing.
Judith.
And if the effects of Estelle's power reach their absolute limit, I will kill her as promised. You should have no complaint with this.
Et ouais.
Hey Judith, are you serious?
Donc c'est encore la logique humaine, qu'il n'y a que eux qui ont raison et tous les autres ont toujours tort.
I'm sure brave Vesperia will come up with something before that happens, right?
What? Yeah, of course we will.
Score 1 for Judith. So that settles it. If we humans are to blame for Estelle's problem and bringing on the apocalypse, then it's up to us to make things right. If we give it all we've got and still blow it, you can slow roast us on a grill for all I care.
You have changed. If you were still as before.
Have I? That is nice to hear.
Very well. Be ever mindful, though, that time is fleeting.
Wait! If the formulas are causing the excessive air, then there must have been times when this happened in the past. I mean, the Blastia were a product of an ancient civilization.
There exist those who have inherited the sins of the past. If any yet can speak of what occurred in the days of old, it is they.
Donc, qui sont ces eux que Pharaoh dit?
Bye-bye.
Thanks for everything, Yuri.
Trop forte, Estelle, elle parle sans ouvrir la bouche.
Judith, you...
No problem. But hey,
What?
it's okay if I have to die? What the hell was that?
I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear that again.
I'm sorry.
Man, I was really worried there for a while.
Ouais, c'est ça.
We were pretty lucky that bruiser was in a mood for conversation. Poor Raven's heart can't handle that sort of stuff anymore.
You're pretty gutless for an old man.
Jeez, Patty, you've really got nerves of steel.
If he really wanted to kill Estelle, he'd have attacked us immediately. And that's what I can't figure out.
I imagine Pharaoh was conflicted as well. He hid himself from us in the desert to see just what we were made of.
Huh. Maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought after all.
You might be right. I get the feeling he'd do whatever's necessary when push comes to shove.
That sounds like you.
Maybe.
But what are we gonna do, Yuri? You heard what he said.
We're going to fix the problems the air's causing, and that's all.
That's easier said than done. We're pretty much at square one, you know.
Mm-hmm. And no one wants to be at square one.
There's no doubt that the formulas are related somehow to the air getting used up. We need to find out about the ancient Blastia, and if they went berserk or not. If we had that kind of information, it might give us a clue.
Ask those who have inherited the sins of the past about the days of old. Or at least that's what Pharaoh said.
The Kritia were the ones to invent the Blastia. In other words, we need to ask a Kritian who is still familiar with the old stories.
Yeah, the Kritia are often credited as the inventors of the Blastia.
There isn't much left of the Critian city of Temza, though.
It'd be a lot easier if there were more cities.
The hidden city of Miorzo. It is far older than Temza, and the birthplace of the Kritia. The first Blastia also originated there.
Really? Well, what do you know? You wouldn't happen to know where this Miorzo might be, would you, darling?
I've heard that name somewhere. There was a Kritian in Ospio. I'm sure they mentioned something about it.
Do you think that person might still be there?
Well, there's no harm in checking it out.
Judith, are you coming with us?
I should. We still have the issue of the guild to straighten out.
So, to Ospio then.
Et voilà. Donc notre nouvelle mission, c'est de trouver Miorzo. Mais il nous faut des indices pour trouver où elle se trouve.
All that stuff about the balance of the world is pretty hard to take in.
Yeah. I hadn't even been outside the capital until just a while ago myself. And now we're here talking about the fate of the world. You never know what life will bring you.
But isn't that what makes it interesting?
I don't think we can afford to be that relaxed anymore. Estelle doesn't have much time left.
What's the harm? It's not as if acting all serious is gonna solve anything.
Besides, Estelle will notice if we look all worried.
Well, maybe so, but...
We won't forget what Pharaoh said. Relax.
I know, it's just...
Estelle's got it the worst. If we get too down about this, we won't be much help to her.
Donc du coup, maintenant, on a des quêtes annexes à faire maintenant qu'on peut voler. Mais moi, j'ai besoin de refaire le plein d'objets. Hop, un Jiraya. T'es prête, Babette? Je vais retomber à 0 bientôt. Hop, et la synthèse. On peut faire des boucles d'oreilles aussi. Elles sont jolies celles-là. Mais moi, je veux voir... Donc maintenant, je peux faire... des nouveaux boucliers. Donc les sandales, elle les porte. Collier en métal, il ne l'avait pas. Un pistolet qu'elle avait pas. Et maintenant on s'attaque aux épées. Bon, la veilleuse j'en ai plus besoin. Tu fais quoi, Kero? Zephyrus, elle est équipée. Hop, dans les haches. Hache cramoisie, j'en ai pas besoin. Lui non plus. Et lui, il en est équipé. Donc on voit que la faux meurtrière est disponible maintenant à la création. Donc techniquement, j'étais pas obligé de l'avoir en combat. Mais bon, ça fait quand même 2500 d'économiser. Ça fait quand même 4000 d'économiser. Et la dent de dragon, ça coûte cher. Hein. Il n'y a pas de petites économies. Donc hop, bâton du serpent, je peux le créer. Lui aussi. Et la dent du dragon, qu'elle utilise sur elle. Donc maintenant, elle va pouvoir apprendre Mental Plus. Hop, détendre rapide, je ne l'avais pas. Lui, je l'avais déjà. Et du coup, on voit que Raven, c'est vraiment celui qui a le moins d'armes. Hein. Donc, va falloir que j'ai racheté des Takemuchi. Hop, dans les casques, il n'y a rien de nouveau. Dans les diadèmes non plus. Dans les chapeaux, pareil. Et les rubans, pareil. Hop, dans les armures. Il n'y a rien de nouveau. Ah, Répide, il a une nouvelle armure qui est disponible. Hop, on va faire le fétiche du poison. Dans les capes, maintenant, on a la cape aérienne qui est disponible. Hop, on a le tatouage du voleur qui augmente les chances de voler. Dans les bottes, il n'y a rien de nouveau. Dans les pierres, pareil. Et dans ça, il n'y a rien d'autre. Donc du coup, j'étais à plus de 200 000, je suis redescendu à 160. Donc du coup, on va dormir à l'auberge. J'aime bien, il dit on s'est pas réconcilié depuis le combat, mais vous vous êtes pas revus non plus. Alors ça fait pas longtemps. Oui, normal, parce que même moi j'en ai pas. Ça arrive des fois qu'il y ait pas de musique à certains lieux. Donc du coup, on va refaire les équipements. Elle va prendre mental plus. Et du coup, il faut qu'elle soit dans l'équipe pour que ce soit rentable. Du coup, on va retourner voir Monsieur le vendeur. Et c'est pas lui qui les vend, évidemment. Tant pis. Faudra que je retrouve où s'achètent les Takemushi. Et du coup, on va aller parler au petit Monsieur Vache. Donc on voit qu'il nous demande le trident. Bon, j'en ai deux. Je peux lui donner. Vu qu'elle a déjà tout appris avec. Hop, et Monsieur Fourmilion repart se cacher. Ah bah ouais, mais faut pas être radin, mais bon, quand c'est des armes que t'as pas forcément plusieurs exemplaires, hein, ça coûte cher, hein. Surtout quand on voit ce qu'ils nous donnent en échange, hein. Donc, hop, on va aller au monsieur qui est assis avec les enfants. Donc hop, donc on a déclenché un petit événement. On va les redormir à l'auberge. Là, Rémi serait content. On n'arrête pas de dormir. Donc on entend qu'il n'y a pas la musique. Donc c'est qu'il y a quelque chose à faire. Donc on retourne au lac pour voir le monsieur. Et on entend quelqu'un crier. Et on se rend compte que c'est celui qu'on avait vu à Nordopolica, qui avait tué un noble qui faisait du trafic pour endetter les gens et les vendre comme esclaves. Hop, du coup, on a fini ici. C'est pas l'heure. Et maintenant, on va à Capuanor. Hop, des ennemis qu'on connaît pas. Ils sont niveau 39. Hein. Comment il m'a touché? Je ne sais pas. Mais bon, du coup, je repense à ça. Contre Tyson, Ripid n'a pas réussi à lui voler la sauge. C'est dommage. Hop, encore un nouvel ennemi. Qui sont faibles au feu. Ah. C'est qui a utilisé une attaque temporelle? Ah, c'est peut-être Patty avec ses arts. Donc on voit que je récupère de l'huile de crapaud et que j'en avais besoin pour certains objets à créer. Ah, une tortue. Oh, bien. Un petit cuit-cuit. Ah, rapide apprend vol de bleu. Bah généralement ils sont tous mignons les monstres dans Tales of. Hein. Hop, puis là tout a pris. Et il repart sur la Highlander. Ici, je pense que j'ai tout le monde maintenant. Donc on voit que là, on est au-dessus d'un continent que je ne connais pas. Parce que je ne l'ai jamais exploré. Et là, on voit que du côté de la capitale, il y a aussi un hôtel. Que je ne peux pas aller voir. Et ça, durant ma première partie que j'avais fait, j'y avais pas pu y aller parce que j'avais pas compris comment on pouvait ouvrir la place. Ah, faut vraiment que je la change cette attaque. Rafale Luna. Voilà, je veux celui-là. Hop, donc du coup on voit qu'autour de la capitale il y a des ennemis qu'on n'avait pas avant. Comme des sangliers. Ah ouais, c'est quand même beaucoup plus utile cette attaque là. Boum, parce qu'en plus ça fait une zone d'effet. Bon, si les ennemis bougent, c'est un peu plus chiant, mais... Ah voilà, eux je les avais pas eu encore. Les gobelets. Qui sont faibles au feu. Mais bon, du coup, maintenant qu'on a Baoul, on va plus beaucoup marcher hein, sur les maps. Hein. Tant que Baoul peut se poser, et... généralement, c'est fini. Hein. Donc, on va aller à Cap Point Nord. Mais on en profite pour récupérer... ça, parce que ça nous permettra de faire du craftage, peut-être. Hein. Donc une chance sur deux. Moi, il faut que j'aille au nord, et là, je suis au nord. Oui! Mais bon, elle se déclenche pas forcément. Et techniquement, elle s'est pas déclenchée. Parce que je n'ai que 33% du livre de monstres. Et il m'en fallait plus de 50 pour que la scène se déclenche. Si dommage. Donc du coup, on va à Capatorim. Non. Non, ça faisait juste une scène avec Carole. Hop, on va reparler à cette demoiselle. Donc du coup, je viens de finir la quête de la destructrice de Blastia. Hop, maintenant, on va au marché de la fortune pour parler à Madame Kaufman. Pour continuer une quête pour Judith qui est de retrouver sa lance. Parce que du coup, c'est l'arme ultime de Judy. Maintenant, on va aller à l'auberge pour continuer une quête qui a longtemps qu'on avait commencé. Hop, on va voir les équipements et la bouffe. Et voilà, du coup maintenant on retourne à Mantique pour valider notre quête. Mais bon, quand même, quand on voit ce qu'il va nous donner, ça fait un peu mal hein, de se dire qu'on a fait tout ça pour gagner si peu. Et attends, Babette, on n'a pas rendu la quête encore, hein. Tu vas voir quand on va la rendre.
We delivered the book, just like you asked. Here, look. This is proof we finished the job.
Oh, indeed. That's Novus is all right. Wow, thanks so much for your help. And here is the pay I promised you.
3000 Gald.
If you ever need anything else, don't hesitate to call on brave Vesperia.
Yes, of course. See you later.
A symbol of their friendship. How touching. I wonder what kind of book it was.
It was just a normal book. Looked like it had something to do with economics.
Did you look inside, Raven?
So what if I did?
I mean, it's fine, but what if the client had hidden something private in the book?
Oh, it's no big deal. No harm done if it didn't get in the way of the job.
An economics book, huh? That didn't sound too racy.
It would have been funny if some romance novel was the proof of two guys' friendship.
Really?
Anyway, I guess we're done with our first job with the Union.
So this is what it's like to work in a guild.
Yeah, if we were the Hunting Blades, we'd probably get jobs to exterminate monsters. Fortune's Market usually does stuff like transport products over long distances.
So, Brave Vesperia is in the delivery business then?
Hein, donc là, quand même, on pourrait faire une sacrée concurrence au marché de la fortune. Hein. Vu qu'on peut voler, on peut aller n'importe où, nous. Et très rapidement.
Well, we
can think it over while we try out a few different kinds of work.
Yeah, sure.
Hop, et du coup, maintenant... Je vais regarder un truc. Ouais. Ouais, donc... Bon, et c'est bien, c'est que... Oh, Kiro. Là, faut que je retourne à Dangrest, et il y avait une quête assez chiante à faire, que j'aurais pas à faire grâce au DLC. Parce que le DLC m'a donné les tenues que j'aurais dû obtenir en faisant une quête où fallait que je fasse le serveur. Et c'est une quête très chiante parce qu'il faut finir les 3 niveaux de suite avec chaque personnage, à savoir Rita, Carole, Judith, Raven et Estelle.
So is that okay?
Donc c'est très long parce que surtout que c'est pas forcément facile. Hein. Je suis content d'avoir déjà les titres, donc de pas avoir à faire la quête. Kero! Donc là, on voit que c'est une montagne, hein, je pourrais pas m'y poser. Et moi, il faut que j'aille à Dangrest, qui est par ici. Je crois que je connais déjà les 2 crabes. Ouais. Donc du coup, quand même, cette attaque-là, elle fait de gros dégâts. Et elle me permet de bien dégrossir les légions ennemies. Hop, on va à Dangrest. Et c'est bien ce que je me disais, je me suis pas posé du bon côté. Hop, donc du coup, ici, une autoruche, j'en ai besoin de 1. Hop, il me faut des fraises. Hop, du coup, on va à la taverne du Sagittaire. Pour une scène, je vais y arriver. Pour Estelle. Donc c'est bien, c'est que Fareo a dit qu'il fallait plus qu'elle utilise son pouvoir, et qu'est-ce qu'elle vient de faire maintenant, hein? Elle y va sans chercher. Et voilà Drake. Donc on voit que Drake quand même il reste assez assez froid. Hein. Hop, pour re-rentrer ici. Pour une scène avec Raven. Hop, du coup, maintenant, faut sortir de la taverne. Et retourner à l'entrée de la ville. Je sais pas. Ah bah si, voilà. Faut que je parle à elle. Hop, maintenant, faut continuer par là. Et parler à celle-là. Et maintenant, faut que je remonte par ici. Donc du coup, Harry, est-ce que ce serait le petit-fils du Don, hein? Et voilà, Raven a appris un nouveau titre, homme à femme. Mais je crois pas que ce soit un titre tenu. Et non, ça change pas sa tenue. Donc là, il vient de dire quand même que c'est le chef de l'Astoc qui choisit les chefs des autres guildes. Hop, et moi... Là c'est net, et après je vais parler au vieux, voir s'il me donne des objets.
I think it's your turn.
Our turn to what?
To tell about your love lives. What else?
You're so stupid. I'd kind of like to hear what everyone has to say.
Oh? Then you have to start, Estelle. What's your ideal man like?
My ideal man is someone like the Amber Knight in The Tale of the Jade Planet.
Who?
In The Tale of the Jade Planet, he's a good friend of the main character and...
Sure. Who's next?
I prefer a girl who's nice, a little quiet, maybe kind of gentle, not too tall.
That girl you liked. Was she like that?
I seem to remember her being a bit more on the strong-willed side.
Rita and Judith, what about you?
Someone who's not like the old man.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
You kids just don't understand the beauty of the middle-aged man. Someday.
Bon, lui, il veut toujours pas. Donc, faut qu'on retourne encore une fois au bar le Sagittaire. Et faut qu'on parle au barman. Mais du coup, je vais juste commencer la quête et après, je vais arrêter le live parce que il y a plein de trucs à faire qui sont assez longs. Elle a changé Rihanna. Hein. Regarde, Babette. Je suis sûr que ce collier te plairait. Quand même, elle dit qu'elle l'a laissé tomber, hein, donc c'est que c'est volontaire. Donc on voit que Carole n'est pas venue. Hein. Donc du coup, elle l'a laissé tomber depuis le pont. Donc on va aller au pont. Bon bah voilà. On va aller partir voir à Eliord maintenant. Au final, je vais finir la quête, comme ça ce sera fini. Et je serai tranquille. Hop. Et il faut que j'aille au ponton. Hop. Et faut parler à une jeune fille. Donc on voit qu'il est parti, mais nous on a déjà la petite plume d'oiseau. Et elle nous donne un beau collier. Et du coup, maintenant, on retourne à Dangrest pour donner le collier. Et une fois que j'aurai donné le collier, bah là, je vais arrêter le live, hein, parce que ça fait quand même 11h15. Et il y en a un qui est en train de chouiner depuis tout à l'heure. Et comme il y a le point de sauvegarde dans l'auberge, c'est pratique. J'aurais bien avancé, j'ai quasiment rien fait, Babette. Les deux de temps en temps. Queena, dès que je la regardais, chouine. Et quand Queena chouine, ça fait queener Kero. Et voilà, on va lui redonner son collier.
Here it is, darling. Your very own Everlight necklace.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Where did you ever find it?
Well, you see...
Oh, wow. What a miracle. Thank goodness. Now for your reward.
Well, your love is reward enough.
Settle down, old man.
Rihanna!
Oh, le mec qui voulait acheter le collier.
You! Where have you been?
You're that man from Heliord.
Hey! You! Rihanna, how do you know these people?
They were looking for my necklace.
What? Oh, so that's why you were...
That's right. So who the hell are you?
I'm an old friend of hers.
An old friend, huh?
Raven jaloux.
You know, you are really annoying. Could you just shut up for a minute, please?
All right, I can take a hint.
Where were you all this time? I've been looking for you.
I've been out looking for your necklace. The necklace that you said was a memento of your father. But I couldn't find it.
Don't worry. There's a reason that I wanted to find it myself. In the end, I had to get some help from... I wanted to be the one to give you this, as a symbol of our engagement.
Et tada, ils sont fiancés.
Huh? Engagement?
You did that for me?
I think we should be on our way.
Oh? But what about our payment?
Consider it a wedding present. Right, Carol?
He's gone. Hmm? He was right here a moment ago.
Perso, je l'ai pas vu du tout depuis qu'on a fait la
Maybe
quête.
something came up again. Hey, old man, let's go.
Huh? Oh, right.
Are you done? Sorry, I remembered I had to do something. So did you get the payment?
Nah, no payment this time.
What? What are you talking about? How can you not take payment for a guild job?
Let's just say this job was a wedding present.
A wedding present, huh? You mean Professor Rihanna is...
Professor?
You did say that you knew her from a guild you used to be in.
Actually, she was sort of my teacher in the guild. She was famous for being really strict. I know I got my share of beatings.
So that's why you didn't come with us to meet her. Well, no biggie.
No biggie? Yes, biggie! You didn't get a payment!
There is something besides payment that I'd like to settle.
Huh? What do you mean, Judith?
So far we've delivered stuff and found stuff. Two totally different kinds of work. What is Brave Vesperia for? What does this guild I belong to do?
She's got a point. What are you doing all this for? Money? You like doing it? Looking at it from the outside, I can't tell what you want to do.
Bah, surtout qu'on voit que on a fait une quête où il fallait traverser quand même un tiers du monde pour gagner 3000 galdes, sachant qu'on peut se les faire en 2 combats.
I mean, I'm not a member or anything, so whatever.
Okay, let's just say this is the trial period while we're figuring that out.
Huh? Yeah, okay.
If we can't come up with an answer right now, we'll just think on it for a while.
Right.
Ouf. Et du coup, je sauvegarde. Et c'est la fin du live. Du coup, merci à Babette d'être venue. Hein. Même si plus ça va, plus elle arrive en retard, hein, Babette. Bientôt, elle va arriver dans les 10 dernières minutes du live. C'est pas sérieux, ça, Babette. Hein. Bon, allez. Fin du live. Salut. À demain.